down the astral sea. We must track the loot down, a pretty fine treasure we chanced it to see. Give us some time to track the loot down. The gold did shine brightly and we spent it all. We must track the loot down, but it was cursed, we all learned our luck did fall. Give us some time to track the loot down. Track the loot down, we must track the loot down. We can't track the loot down. Blow us right back to the Rock of Brawl Town. Give us some time to track the loot down. Set sail on our magic ship, hoisted our flag. We must track the loot down. Plane after plane looking for all our swag. Give us some time to track the loot down. The curse brought misfortune to all of our crew. We must track the loot down. Magic both random and wild did ensue. Give us some time to track the loot down. Track the loot down, we must track the loot down. We can't track the loot down. Blow us right back to the Rock of Brawl Town. Give us some time to track the loot down. After it was spent of the curse we were told, we must track the loot down. Until we return every last piece of gold. Give us some time to track the loot down. The curse will follow each of us to our death. We must track the loot down, so we pursue it with our every breath. Give us some time to track the loot down. Track the loot down, we must track the loot down. We can't track the loot down. Blow us right back to the Rock of Brawl Town. Give us some time to track the loot down. Track the loot down, we must track the loot down. We can't track the loot down. Blow us right back to the Rock of Brawl Town. Give us some time to track the loot down. As we were a-sailing down the astral sea, we must track the loot down, a pretty fine treasure we chanced it to see. Give us some time to track the loot down. The gold did shine brightly and we spent it all. We must track the loot down, but it was cursed, we all learned our luck did fall. Give us some time to track the loot down. Track the loot down, we must track the loot down. We can't track the loot down. Blow us right back to the Rock of Brawl Town. Give us some time to track the loot down. Set sail on our magic ship, hoisted our flag. We must track the loot down. Plane after plane looking for all our swag. Give us some time to track the loot down. The curse brought misfortune to all of our crew. We must track the loot down. Magic both random and wild did ensue. Give us some time to track the loot down. Track the loot down, we must track the loot down. We can't track the loot down. Blow us right back to the Rock of Brawl Town. Give us some time to track the loot down. After it was spent of the curse we were told, we must track the loot down. Until we return every last piece of gold. Give us some time to track the loot down. The curse will follow each of us to our death. We must track the loot down, so we pursue it with our every breath. Give us some time to track the loot down. Track the loot down, we must track the loot down. We can't track the loot down. Blow us right back to the Rock of Brawl Town. Give us some time to track the loot down. Track the loot down, we must track the loot down. We can't track the loot down. Blow us right back to the Rock of Brawl Town. Give us some time to track the loot down. As we were a-sailing down the astral sea, we must track the loot down, a pretty fine treasure we chanced it to see. Give us some time to track the loot down. The gold did shine brightly and we spent it all. We must track the loot down. But it was cursed, we all learned, our luck did fall. Give us some time to track the loot down. Track the loot down, we must track the loot down. We can't track the loot down. Blow us right back to the Rock of Brawl Town. Give us some time to track the loot down. Set sail on our magic ship, hoisted our flag. We must track the loot down. Plane after plane looking for all our swag. Give us some time to track the loot down. The curse brought misfortune to all of our crew. We must track the loot down. Magic both random and wild did ensue. Give us some time to track the loot down. Track the loot down, we must track the loot down. We can't track the loot down. Blow us right back to the Rock of Brawl Town. Give us some time to track the loot down. After it was spent of the curse we were told, we must track the loot down. Until we return every last piece of gold. Give us some time to track the loot down. The curse will follow each of us to our death. We must track the loot down. So we pursue it with our every breath. Give us some time to track the loot down. Track the loot down, we must track the loot down. We can't track the loot down. Blow us right back to the Rock of Brawl Town. Give us some time to track the loot down. Track the loot down, we must track the loot down. We can't track the loot down. Blow us right back to the Rock of Brawl Town. Give us some time to track the loot down. As we were a-sailing down the astral sea, we must track the loot down. A pretty fine treasure we chanced it to see. Give us some time to track the loot down. The gold did shine brightly and we spent it all. We must track the loot down. But it was cursed, we all learned, our luck did fall. Give us some time to track the loot down. Track the loot down, we must track the loot down. We can't track the loot down. Blow us right back to the Rock of Brawl Town. Give us some time to track the loot down. Set sail on our magic ship, hoisted our flag. We must track the loot down. Plane after plane looking for all our swag. Give us some time to track the loot down. The curse brought misfortune to all of our crew. We must track the loot down. Magic both random and wild did ensue. Give us some time to track the loot down. Track the loot down, we must track the loot down. We can't track the loot down. Blow us right back to the Rock of Brawl Town. Give us some time to track the loot down. After it was spent of the curse we were told, we must track the loot down. Until we return every last piece of gold. Give us some time to track the loot down. The curse will follow each of us to our death. We must track the loot down. So we pursue it with our every breath. Give us some time to track the loot down. Track the loot down, we must track the loot down. We can't track the loot down. Blow us right back to the Rock of Brawl Town. Give us some time to track the loot down. Track the loot down, we must track the loot down. We can't track the loot down. Blow us right back to the Rock of Brawl Town. Give us some time to track the loot down. As we were a-sailing down the astral sea, we must track the loot down. A pretty fine treasure we chanced it to see. Give us some time to track the loot down. The gold did shine brightly and we spent it all. We must track the loot down. But it was cursed, we all learned, our luck did fall. Give us some time to track the loot down. Track the loot down, we must track the loot down. We can't track the loot down. Blow us right back to the Rock of Brawl Town. Give us some time to track the loot down. Set sail on our magic ship, hoisted our flag. We must track the loot down. Plane after plane looking for all our swag. Give us some time to track the loot down. The curse brought misfortune to all of our crew. We must track the loot down. Magic both random and wild did ensue. Give us some time to track the loot down. Track the loot down, we must track the loot down. We can't track the loot down. Blow us right back to the Rock of Brawl Town.
Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in to Space Rock Cafe. We are joined today on our beach day episode. TBD, we'll see exactly what kind of beach day it is for our crew. But before we fully get started, just as a reminder, the Bard Rock Network is sponsored by lots of wonderful organizations, including the Many Worlds Tavern, Fan Roll Dice, Dragon Master Games, Minva RPG, and we are going to be using the Wild Magic chart from Dave Panfio. If you guys are checking out any of those previously mentioned sponsors, please use the code Bard Rock Cafe for 10% off at checkout. And yeah, let's go around the table really quick and everyone introduce yourself, who you're playing, especially because a couple of you are, not a couple of you, really only one of you is coming back, but you're playing two people, kind of, sort of, not really. Anyway, go ahead and introduce yourselves.
I think we should start with the two people.
Yeah.
Oh, that's me. Hi, everybody. I'm back. It's me, Marty. Today, I'm taking it easy on myself, and I'm only playing Arnil. He's back. He's awake.
He's back.
It's crazy.
We'll find out exactly what he thinks of everything since he's coming back into some shit.
Why?
Ursa.
What could have possibly happened?
Keep it all.
What
I was only gone for like 2 episodes. What could have gone wrong? With this
Yeah.
crew, it's probably fine.
Yeah, totally fine.
Hi, I'm Ursa. I'm playing Polly, the current second in command of the ship. I don't know what's going on with.
I think you're captain.
I think I'm captain, but like I'm not in charge right now because Jake's there. I don't know what's going on. Anyway,
Well.
I cook. I do stuff. So
Let her cook.
let her cook. Yep.
Let her cook. Allison.
Hi, Allison. I'm playing Sarros, just himbo of the ship, evidently.
Wonderfully and truly. And Gabi.
Hi, my name's Gabi, and I am playing Talia. Yeah, that's about it.
nothing to say about Talia and Talia's
Gaslight
situation?
Supreme
No.
today.
Yeah.
Nope.
No. Talia's fine.
She's fine.
She's fine. Sweet. So, we see our crew. Everyone has sort of gathered in, I think, after this huge battle has sort of worn off. A couple of you are not in the main organization of the crew because you've been away for various reasons. Tell me exactly where everyone is right now, what you're doing right after this fight.
Sarros is hiding in his tree.
I'm like 98% sure that I was like at the Gunners, but like I also died in real life for a little bit, so I am sure I'm still there, possibly, like just kind of looking out on space, not really paying attention to the rest of the happenings.
Sure.
I think when we last left our heroes, Polly was putting her apron on and like on her en route to kitchen because she was ready to make a meal after that ordeal.
And what about Arnil? How's Arnil doing?
Arnil, at this point, I think is still sleeping in their little kind of hidey hole in the walls. And
Goddamn.
how long has it been since they fell asleep?
Not even a day,
Not even
technically.
Okay.
Like I think you're nearing
long-
the end of the day.
Long enough to have been like several hours.
Yes.
Okay. I think if anybody walks by the space, they just hear what? Who's making all that noise? Did
Are
I
you
just die
sleeping?
again? What happened?
Are you sleeping in your kitchen hole?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, then that's probably what's happening.
Poppy like was going to grab some sugar from like the big bag of sugar that you guys have, and she like accidentally bumps it into Arnill's leg. Just like, oh, sorry. No, you're not dead. I don't think. I almost died. I almost died. Yeah, that was interesting. I'm gonna go make candy. Goodbye.
I turn to Polly and I go, "Who is that?" I don't know who that is.
That's Poppy. She works with me in the kitchen.
There's so many new people. How long was I dead for? This is crazy.
So time is kind of weird because we're in space. If I had to give you a number, like based on say number of mushroom generations that we have seen in the ship, I'd say you've probably been asleep for about. She looks over. 13 and a half.
There's
Totally,
some
that
little
was-
mushroom guys running up the stairs, like carrying various pieces of ship that they're trying to fix.
Totally thought that was them doing something else.
No, no, they're running up the ship. They're just.
They're busy.
What is happening here? I am so lost.
You and me both, brother.
You see at one of the tables that's near the kitchen that you can see from like out of the double swinging wide doors that are kind of ajar, just from not actually ajar, but you know, just from being pushed in and out.
So
There's
glad you
a
caught that.
very highly decorated, as far as like fancy armor and like nice clothes, person sitting at a table just shoveling curry into his mouth.
Oh, man.
I just don't know how to interact with any of this.
There's a lot going on. This is
There's so much happening.
Polly.
Welcome to the club.
Wonderful. Those are wonderful glasses. And he just kind of he looks up vaguely from the curry. He just kind of like waves mid shovel, just like mid shovel, sup, and then goes back to shoveling curry in his mouth. And then you guys sort of see that Alexa wanders kind of more ambling into the area where most of you are. She has an interesting look on her face. I don't know that anyone would necessarily clock it immediately. You are welcome to roll me an insight check if you would like. Or nature, actually, in this case, as she's kind of like fidgeting for a second about how to start a conversation with everyone.
Nature 13.
Insight 24.
I'll do it. I'll bet you.
I mean, they're both good, but like insight's a higher one, so 27.
Damn!
Nice.
Okay, I'm not gonna beat that.
This
That's
is
not
more.
happening.
What did Talia get?
6.
A 6? Yeah. Okay.
I feel
Oh,
like
that
Sarros
checks.
is starting to learn stuff from Polly and just like learning how to notice the crew.
Right. And Poppy gets this as well. So Talia, Arnil, you two have sort of been off. You're doing your own thing. I don't necessarily know that either of you clocks this for what it actually is. You just notice that Alexa has a look on her face that she's never had before. She, up until now, has been very put together. And I think both of you actually would have missed this as well when she had a breakdown moment where she was absolutely freaked out about the ship that had the undead, dead plant living ship that you guys were fighting off against, because you guys weren't necessarily right up against where she was. The rest of you, including Poppy, clock that she looks embarrassed right now. And she's kind of like fidgeting, and there's like random sprouts of leaves that are like starting to turn like gold and green and fall off of her as she's kind of like rustling and just like, there might be a situation.
think Sarros is gonna just be walking behind her, just picking up the leaves that drop off, just putting them in his pocket.
What kind of situation might that be?
So, I seem to be developing new powers. Unfortunately, Jake is asleep. I don't know how to wake him up. I need your assistance.
Oh, I'm really good at sleeping now, apparently. Let me help.
Does this look like this is, say, induced by a particular chemical substance? Or does this look like he just may be very exhausted? Because we did just come out of a pretty intense battle, and I don't know what he was doing immediately before that.
This is a result of, I think, wild magic. But stemmed from new magic I have that I'm trying to understand, because I should not be able to do certain things that I find myself now able to do, like talk to other ships. She kind of like looks off in the distance as she's realizing, yeah, I still can broadcast to other ships, and she's trying to like keep herself a little bit more controlled so she's not accidentally giving away certain things, like since you guys are still technically fleeing from a major fight. And she's like, yes, I need assistance with this. Also, will he be long-term on the ship? Points at the prince that is eating curry in the corner.
Who are these people?
Arnil. This is, I believe, the prince of the planet that the crew has just come from. Current/previous enemy. Unclear.
I think he's
He'll
like
leave.
neutral now.
He'll leave soon enough. Don't worry.
And I think at that, the prince kind of like is mid-gulp shoveling curry, hears your voice, Talia, looks up, gives you a look. Will I?
Not right now. Just talk to me later.
Okay.
It's like super, like, she's just over it.
Alexa's just kind of like fidgeting with her hands, and she's doing this. She's looking between the two of you, just like. So, the help I need would involve putting everyone into a stasis. However, the ship and you would be safe, I think. Arnil, you would be great at it, as you like sleeping.
I didn't say I liked it. I just said I'm good at it now.
Well,
Miss Alexa, I don't sleep.
I think that won't be an issue.
Mildly terrifying, but okay.
A little bit.
This is less of... Sleep is the best way to describe it. It's not really sleep.
Okay. What is it then?
It's more of willing unconsciousness.
That sounds more ominous.
So Alexa, I have a very important question, and I want you to think very carefully before you answer. Is this something that you would be able to get us out of, for sure.
Mostly yes.
So,
Okay, you added an extra word there that I'm not sure I'm a fan of.
It's doing a lot of heavy lifting, that's for sure.
So we'll be mostly dead?
No. Well,
Polly's like having a panic attack at the fact that she's hesitating to answer this question.
your body will remain in the current state it is now. I'm unsure what you will encounter. As, like I said, some of this magic is new and acting in strange ways. I believe you should be mostly fine.
Again,
And
there's that
mostly
word.
alive.
There's that word. You used it twice in the same sentence.
Is there any, like, obviously we're sensing hesitation on her part, but are we sensing any like fear or anxiety behind what she's saying?
I am.
Or is
Totally.
yeah, I know
I'm
you
sure I
are.
am.
I meant more like can Polly pick up on anything, like anything a little bit more about maybe her emotional state as she's saying these things?
So, if you want to do a new roll, you're welcome to. What I will say is the roll from before sort of does carry through. For those of you that clocked her embarrassment before, that there is a situation she's not able to fully control. The whole amount of her not being in control of her own magical abilities and wherewithal on the ship has thrown her for a loop, which is why she's not fully able to guarantee an answer here. You can kind of dig a little deeper if you would like more than that.
Before I agree to this insane request, is there anything else that you need from us? Perhaps something to something to take the edge off is what I was gonna say. Do you? I was thinking calm emotions, but I said something to take the edge off. So I'm gonna commit to that. Something to take the edge off, or or
No. I have made an agreement with Jake that once it is safe enough to do so, I will be partaking in mushrooms. However, right now, sorry, I think my husband's snickered. However, I cannot do that right now, as I would like to oversee that mostly nothing goes on.
I'm sorry that I was unclear. I meant something more like maybe I could cast calm emotions and reduce some fear that you may have that may be impeding your judgment. If it's there. If it's not, who the
Impeding
hell
my
knows?
judgment.
Not impeding your judge. I am a bird. I don't know how to talk to people, okay? I know how to cook food. That's it.
No, it is fine. I am admittedly worked up about a lot of things right now. Truthfully, I'm unsure if calm emotions would be enough to assist. And also, it may be worth it to not influence my emotional state in this current moment, as it may cause more unnecessary wild magic that seems to be stemming from our ship. And I think anyone with any kind of magical or psionic predisposition in this moment.
It's me.
Yes. I think it should be basically everyone here, because
Yeah.
arcane, rogue, monk with your psionic arms, your astral arms. Arnil with your psionic abilities, Polly with your magic, Poppy with her magic. All of you do sense that right now, for various reasons, the chances of wild magic seem to have you feel more connected to it. You feel more connected to that energy that kind of does it go off and explode whenever you have it. And you think for one reason or another, whatever this boon is that seems to be blessed on the ship, that aside from the roles that you've already had, going forward, because of the way that Alexa's kind of releasing her energy, the chances of advantage or disadvantage are heightened right now. And subsequently, the chances of wild magic are heightened right now. And you all feel that increased connection into everything happening. And then you have a completely unknown to the world of what's happening Prince in the corner shoveling curry in his mouth. As he did go back to doing that as soon as the interaction with Talia was done.
Makes sense. I guess I would do that too.
Come to think of it, and you hear just like a stomach growling.
Arnil, I thought you did not necessarily eat. Is that new?
Yeah, that's never happened before.
There's a plate and a spoon immediately thrown into your hand.
Aw.
Eat. We don't know how long we're gonna be asleep. so
What's
go
the meal of
quotation marks.
what's the meal of the day?
Currently, I think we're working on what was left over of that curry, but
Because this will be the first thing that Arnil has ever eaten. Because technically,
Ooh.
Thrycreen have to eat, but since Arnil was undead the second he woke up, he's never had to eat because he's been dead already. But now he's like kind of alive.
So now he's like, oh, I have to eat now. This is weird.
I'm just
So-
picturing him trying to figure out the spoon like a 2-year-old trying to eat oatmeal.
Doing the beast where he's like,
What is this?
Like trying to just scoop it and just like not and just like all over himself.
He just takes a spoon and thinks it's like a weapon, so just starts stabbing the plate. Just die.
I have something so much
Oh.
funnier that I could give you. But I don't think Arnell would just go for rations. I think that Arnell would want something with a little bit more flavor.
Takes a bite. Goes,
What? Yeah. Oh. Whoa. You've been making stuff like this the whole time?
Yeah.
Man, those other bugs have been eating good.
Oh fuck! I forgot. What
Yeah.
what other bugs, Arnell?
Huh? What did you say? What did you say about bugs?
What?
You said something about bugs?
No, you said something about bugs.
I didn't say anything like that.
Alexa
Oh.
places an arm on your shoulder, Polly, and just shakes her head no.
Okay, fine. Polly's gonna go ahead and she's gonna turn to Alexa and say, "Okay, so we're gonna be asleep for a while. Is a while like an hour, or like several hours, or several days? What are we looking at? Ballpark."
There is an uncomfortable silence from Alexa
Oh,
as
God.
she is unsure how to answer that question.
200 years.
Do we need the
Okay.
the weird robot guy for this? Where did he go?
Ah,
Stasis.
yes, Spirit is currently in stasis. They are unreachable at this moment, and no, they will likely not be more or less helpful than any of you are currently for this mission.
I think
Let me
Sarros-
ask what the essence of my question, Alexa. Do I need to turn off my stove?
I would prefer to not catch the ship on fire. So yes, that would be wonderful.
Okay, Polly's gonna click off all the burners. She's gonna ask Poppy to help with cleanup and take off her apron and say, "Okay, Alexa, you have not steered us wrong yet." Asterisk. So let's do it, I guess.
Great. This will be, at a minimum, 6 hours. But I can't decide if it will take you longer. So, potentially less time. This might be easier if you all link up in some way, as I can't guarantee with everything happening that this will work the way it should. And you may get separated otherwise.
Physically link up or like psychically link up?
Ooh.
Because if you're because you have the ability to psychically link us all up.
You have to both. Both.
Oh,
Yes.
Both is
Okay.
good.
Both is good.
both is good. Well, Polly's gonna go ahead and grab Poppy by the hand, and probably Arnil, because Arnil's probably the closest, and grab Arnil's shoulder, because I think Arnil would probably freak out if I just grab him by the arm. I'm just gonna put my hand on Arnil's shoulder and say, "Okay, I think we need to be physically touching for this to work."
Just covered in curry.
Somehow.
Somehow it got all the way over to the shoulder.
Dude, it goes in your mouth. We've talked about this.
We really
Did
haven't.
we?
This is my first time doing this.
Shit, you're right.
And I think Alexa will also hold out a branch to 2 different people as you guys link up into a circle. Or whatever shape you take.
Quadrangle.
A quadrangle.
Rhombus.
I
Rhombus.
think Sarros will.
There's 6 corners. It should be a hexagon.
That's a rhombus now.
I think Sarros will grab one of her branches.
I call holding Sarros' hand. I want him to be my best friend so damn bad. I'm gonna force this friendship. I don't care at this point.
Polly's gonna gesture. Both of her hands are occupied, but she's gonna use her foot, and she's gonna be like, "What about that guy?" Pointing to the prince. Does he need to be in on this too, or?
It may be worth it for us to keep an eye on him, as I will be also having to go with you. The ship will be fine, but I don't know if we want to leave him alone.
Put him with Jake.
Arnil, grab him.
Okay.
Oh, hey, you don't need to be like so eager about that. I can just come of my own volition. It's fine.
Well, I mean, then do it. Like,
fucking fine. Yeah, God.
God, fuck, man. Jeez.
I
And
think Talia's gonna do the like Pride and Prejudice thing where she's just like, she's gonna hold her hand shut because she does not want to, but she kind of like thinks about it for just like a second.
Mhm. He's just awkwardly standing there, like he's got to be involved in this somewhere. He's just like, okay. And
he goes to stand next to Talia, and then like Talia like scoots in so that he
right,
can't get in.
It's like full angst.
right. I think he'll sort of grab one of Poppy's hands since she's kind of just like, yeah, all right. And then whoever else will offer a hand to him.
It's all
And
good, guys. I've got 4.
I was just
Grabs-
thinking that.
one of the 4 of Arnill's hands. And then you see Alexa's eyes glow. A sort of midnight astral blue. And
Stars.
Immediately.
immediately.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh.
Midnight Astral Bloom. You see some of the flowers on her body sort of bloom. They transform into butterflies. They fly off. One touches each of you. You find yourself transported via the spell Dream of the Blue Veil. You are transported currently to another world. However, before the spell fully takes effect, there's some wild magic that happens. 'Cause as I
Oh,
said,
boy.
wild magic's a bit more chaotic right this second. And her casting that spell has in fact caused some problems. So, would someone like to roll me a D100, please and thank you?
Arnil.
No.
Okay. 23.
I love it.
23.
Number 50.
No.
Okay. As soon as the spell is cast,
I don't
and the
like it.
butterfly...
I don't like it. I don't like it.
Help, help, help.
I already know I don't like it.
It's not even that bad. Probably.
Mostly.
What?
As soon as the spell is cast, I believe Polly would probably recognize a particular wild magic effect. And a cloud appears over Alexa's head after the butterflies touch everyone's body. You guys are transported into another realm, and rain starts falling on poor Alexa. Just
Oh.
fully encapsulating these emotions as you can feel inside of you the stress that Alexa has been experiencing as the psychic link has connected everyone. And you are not exactly sure what world you're currently brought to, but you are brought to another world.
Oh shit, it's an isekai.
You are. There is a blinding flash. Your senses kind of go out. Your bodies are physically transported. Your minds are physically transported. Or, I guess, mentally transported. And physically transported. It'd be weird if your mind got left behind out of your body. The first thing that you all hear are the crashing of waves. The first thing you all feel is a nice sunlight on your bodies. Whatever part of your bodies may or may not be exposed, whether it's your face, your arms, shoulders, feathers. A carapace. And you hear the sound of people playing. I need everyone to go ahead and just roll me a d20, just a luck check right quick.
15.
16.
10.
19.
Talia would probably be very excited about this, as the prince is suddenly beamed in the head with a volleyball. Ow, what the fuck? Ah, yes. So, when I said mostly safe, we are physically in another realm right now. Part of Jake being unconscious is that he's not on our ship right now, and we need to find him. He's somewhere here.
Excuse me. Did you just say that our admiral
Yes.
is currently not on the ship? So
Mhm.
you took us off the ship
Mm-hmm.
to find him to bring him back to the ship.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
I just want to make sure I had that. Okay.
Yes. The ship will be fine. It is currently protected by the magic that is causing these problems. But we should find everyone, because if we are not together, I fear something bad may occur before we reach our next destination.
So I have locate animals or plants. Could I use that to look for Haragon? It specifically says name a specific kind of beast or plant.
I fear Harangon are not beasts. They are humanoids.
Worth a shot.
Yeah,
To be honest, Jake is quite beastly.
Man, locate creature would have been real helpful right now.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, that's fine.
well, the S.P.I.R.I.T people decide where we're going and what we're doing. I think Sarros is just gonna flop down onto the sand and start making sand angels.
that looks nice. That looks nice. I'm going to join you.
I can't tell if I'm like super proud of Alexa for lying to us, or if I'm just about to literally freak out.
It was, to be clear, a lie by omission. He
I
is
know.
unconscious. He is somewhere here. While Alexa's on the ground making sand angels with you, Sarros, she sort of looks up and over at Polly as you're sort of talking about this locate creature versus locate plants and animals. I am able to link with everyone on the ship. I generally know the direction Jake should be in. However, I am unsure of what awaits us here, and I cannot leave the ship without many of the people on the ship, with risk of the ship and subsequently all of you dying, as this is kind of an escort mission. The goal: find him and keep me from dying, and subsequently you. And she's just like mid sand angel as she's explaining this.
I feel like Sarros is gonna sit up and start making like a sandcastle using the wetted sand from the cloud above her head.
Oh yeah, because there's still rain falling as this is happening.
The messiest sand angel.
Is there some reason that you would be in danger here? It seems kind of pleasant.
I'm unsure what to expect on this planet, and so I did not want to take any chances. Also, she kind of just stares silently for a moment as the rain cloud falls on her face, wetting the leaves on her body, and then looks out, stares for a moment at the sea. As terrible as the wild magic is, she turns back to you. This is actually a nice place to relax, which I feel everyone on the ship should get to take advantage of, as long as they are not unconscious, like Jake is somewhere here.
A little swell.
Why do I feel like we're gonna find him on a beach chair just surrounded by Mai Tais?
Polly's just, yeah,
Just-
right. No, he's gonna be what the hell is it called? Weekend at Bernie's. He's gonna be sitting there with sunglasses on and someone moving his arms around. Polly's just gonna pinch the bridge of her beak and just be like, "Okay, Alexa, would you be so kind as to perhaps point us in the direction that Jake is?"
Sure. And she goes to stand up, and it's been about a minute, and I think at that point there's like a fizzling sound as the like rain cloud dissipates from above her head, and it stops, and you can see that the raindrops have started dripping off and beginning to evaporate off of the leaves on her body. She kind of shakes off a little bit. She unfortunately gets whoever is surrounding her immediately a little bit wet when she shakes off. She's like, "Sorry. I'm not used to being so proximally close to many people, especially not during weather events from wild magic." Anyway, she kind of looks around. Her eyes glow again. There's not wild magic this time. And she starts to walk off in a direction, expecting everyone to follow her. Do you?
Well, yeah.
Absolutely.
So, Alexa, if this is an escort mission, you should probably stay behind someone. So that is why I actually asked if you could point to the direction that Jake is, if that is at all possible.
Ah. She stops. Lets everyone catch up to her. That does make sense. That's not something I'm used to. Apologies.
That is perfectly fine.
And she kind of gestures in the direction of the city that is behind this beach area. He is in that direction, somewhere. I'm getting some interference, but generally that way.
All
Well.
right.
Let's keep a lookout, I suppose.
Arnell, look at me. Look
What?
at me.
What?
Talk first, then fight. Okay?
Okay.
Talk first, and when I say fight, then you fight.
Yeah, that seems right.
Okay.
Uh,
I want to make sure.
what's
I
the
wanna
problem
make
here?
sure-
What's the deal?
The last time we went on a trip together, it involved me turning into a sea cucumber, but also,
Oh, yeah, that was pretty funny.
but also there was random destruction, and let's try to avoid that this time.
No promises.
Try.
I promise to try.
Okay, I'll take it. Let's go. And she's gonna start walking off, knowing that's the best she's gonna get out of Arnell.
As Polly's walking away,
Arno, under his breath, goes, I didn't say how hard I was going to try.
This gentle parenting gone wrong.
Oh my goodness. As that interaction happens, there's a snicker from the prince as he's sort of walking a few paces behind everyone else. And he's eyeing Talia as the talk first, attack later thing is said. And he doesn't say anything, but he does have a little bit of a snicker.
I'm gonna roll my eyes because I need to absolutely murder him for selling me out. But I can't do that right now.
What's going on between those two, by the way? I say to Polly. There's weird vibes over there.
Look, I don't really understand the whole romance thing. I just kind of am. And I was under the impression they were together, but she looks like she wants to fucking kill him. So I don't know.
I think Arnell's kind of like quietly making the rounds around everybody because he hasn't talked to anybody in forever. And so kind of sidles up next to Talia and is like,
I know we haven't talked much,
Ever.
Oh my god.
but it seems like you really want
Yes.
to kill that guy.
It's more complicated than that. We'll put it that way.
It doesn't have to be.
Holy shit! Sorry.
Murder is actually quite simple.
It's quite easy. I have a sword, and we can stab him.
That's it.
I can't tell if I was okay with that. As unfortunately another fighter.
I can't do this voice forever. I'm gonna die.
No, you're good. Get some drink. We have been through a lot. And we haven't talked since I left the castle. Under context that we need to talk about. I don't want to murder him yet. We'll put it that way. I'll tag you in if you want.
Here- Here's my speaking stone number. Keep me in mind.
Here's my number for some murder. Only
in case.
murder.
For murder,
this what you
please
do all the
press
time?
1.
To get rid of a body, please press 2.
I'm trying to take up a side hustle. This whole pirate thing hasn't been working out.
As someone who lived it, it's okay. Just put it that way.
Where's Jake? Where's he at? I gotta know.
Yeah, so everyone, you're walking through the city, and I need everyone to roll me a perception check with advantage.
Could
Ooh.
I
Ugh.
convince you
No.
for investigation?
Sure.
Right? Yes, that was easy. I'll take this one. With advantage, you say?
With advantage.
Oh boy. I'm gonna take the pokey one.
24.
Natural 20 for 25.
Oh, a natural 20, you say?
Thanks,
Oh
thanks
no!
Thanks for the advantage.
He's
Can I
standing
have
next to
those wild
Talia.
magic rolls as well, please?
Oh
and
god, I
thank
forgot
you.
what show I'm on.
Sarah's
had
got
to deal with-
16.
I haven't had to deal with wild magic in forever.
A 27 for Sarros.
No,
that on a nat 20?
16.
A 16.
Talia's got 27.
Talia's got 27. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Is that a regular or a nat?
Oh no, regular.
What about Polly?
No, it's dirty.
Poppy does not spark wild magic. The prince does not spark wild magic. Alexa does not spark wild magic.
What class are we using for Alexa?
Druid.
Okay.
My wild magic rolls were 83 and 100.
Hoo-hoo.
Wow. Okay. And we haven't had our nil in a while. Pure fighter, right?
Fighter, fighter, fighter.
Is that 100 or 0?
100. I don't think there is a 0.
No, that was a joke because
Oh.
it's 3.
Yeah.
0, 0.
Hang on. I like looked at my dice to double check. I was like, wait a minute, what am I doing?
What? Huh?
Stupid non-argument about what number it is.
Okay. Our nil, those naps have been real nice for you. And this wild magic surge that happens, you feel really good. Like, you know, when you drink an energy drink, you're like, I can do anything. At least when the energy drinks actually hit right. You have gained 2 uses of action surge, which are not restored upon rest. So they're just 2 additional ones
Ooh.
that you can use.
Well, you had this one before.
I get this one weirdly frequently
It's
across all my fighters.
it's the good one for fighter because it's the 100 one. 83 was not as good, but kind of funny. But I figure action surges are useful. So yeah,
Not bad.
I think everyone except for the prince does clock the directions that you're going for this for Jake. However, as you're sort of wandering through the city, there's a lot of things kind of going on. Wherever you guys have found yourselves, it's not, not somewhere that's completely unknown to anyone. Everything's just kind of vaguely familiar, but you're not exactly sure where you are. It's not like there's any locational signs. It's just like you are on whatever world or in whatever realm. But there's nothing that makes you feel like you are completely out of place here either. It's just kind of hustle and bustle. There's busy people walking around enjoying vacations, going about their daily lives. You guys pass like an ice cream shop. You pass by like a standard tchotchke shop that has a bunch of like surfboards and candy and other like stuffed animals and like fun stuff to do inside there. There's a couple of like claw machines. Just like, wow, the artificers around here are like putting in work.
There's picturing Key West.
Yeah, basically. Or for anyone that's like along like the East Coast, like think like Myrtle Beach. Very much like touristy, beachy, like, you know, if you guys keep walking, you guys can kind of see the outline of like a Ferris wheel and some like amusement park along a pier. A bunch of bars. Like if you guys kind of thought about it for long enough, you think maybe you just pop into each one and be like, "Hey, is Jake here?"
That was my first immediate thought.
Immediate
I
thought,
guess we
yeah.
just have to do a pub crawl now.
bunch of bars. And
Alexa keeps walking past the bars, and we're just like, but bar.
Yo,
Are you sure he's not in there?
He's not in there, really? That's a surprise.
Okay.
and as you guys are walking, Alexa suddenly just kind of stops. And then she turns. And then she kind of turns in a different direction. And then she turns back to everyone. This is going to sound very weird. However, no weirder than anything else I have said so far.
We're on another planet or plane or something, so I don't
Correct.
know how weird how it could get weirder. So
I feel as though Jake is somehow in multiple places at the same time. I'm unclear how.
They've finally drawn and quartered him.
God.
Damn!
He is still alive.
So, how many places do you think he's in?
Currently,
Yes.
3.
Are you getting the same strength of a signal for those 3? Or is one of them maybe a little stronger than the others?
She kind of like her eyes glow again as she's focusing in and trying to give you an answer to that. There is not a way for me to answer that as it keeps changing.
Ah, lovely.
It seems as though he is equally in all 3 places at the same time. The more
Schrodinger.
I am thinking about it, the more I fear this may just be due to the wild magic.
Schrodinger's Admiral. Okay.
Correct.
Which one's closest?
Currently. And then she looks between a few different directions. All of them. They do keep changing. Consistently. They are equidistant from the current location we are. There is... I will be honest here. I'm very out of my element. I have not left the ship in a very, very long time. Very long.
It's okay, Alexis. Are you saying that we should split the party?
No,
Okay.
not at all. I'm just letting you know that there are a few different directions we could go, and they feel as though they will be essentially most likely to end in the same result. I am unsure what we will encounter when we get there. I want you to be able to make the decision which of these directions we go. We can either go back towards the beach, go in that direction, and she sort of points at the direction that you see a vague outline of the amusement park kind of pier area. Or, and she points further into the city, and you guys can kind of see towering over all of the other cities, a huge building. That direction.
Which
wanna
one
ride a
seems
roller
the
coaster.
most? Which one seems the most like the captain?
Can we read like a sign on the building or anything like that?
From where you currently are?
Yeah.
Roll me perception
Oh lord.
with advantage.
Well,
Oh.
one of them was a 5, so I'm hoping it's better. Nope, still 5.
Talia, you think you might need glasses. No, it's just the sign is one of those signs that's like got a kind of weird font, and the more you look at it, the more you're not sure if it's even in a language that you can read.
Okay.
It's like a Swedish death metal band.
Yeah.
Okay, I have an idea.
Hmm.
Polly pulls out a bottle of liquor.
Oh, okay.
She puts it on the ground.
Uh-huh.
and
I
she
see where you're going.
spins it,
Yeah.
and she says, "Alexa, which
Yes.
of the Jakes is the bottle pointing closest to?"
What?
The little neck of the bottle. It's pointing in a direction. Which
Oh.
of those directions is most in line with which Jake?
Oh, you mean when it stops spinning? It's been spinning for a minute.
Well,
You spun
whole
it very
minute.
hard, Polly.
I only have a strength score of 12. I don't know how that's possible.
That's above average.
True.
Fine.
It may be the gravity on the planet we are currently on is different from gravity you are used to.
Now we'd sit here for 5 minutes and wait for the bottle.
Yeah,
to
we're just gonna-
Everyone's staring in awkward silence or down at this bottle.
It's such a
Sarros
weird
is just
day.
longingly staring at the amusement park.
Oh.
Do you want to go there? Let's go there.
Cotton candy.
That perks up Polly's non-ears, and she's like, "Yeah, actually, you know what?" She scoops up the bottle and she says, "Never mind, we're going that way. Let's go."
Executive decision.
Right,
We'll
you guys
never-
saw Alexa was about to try to stop the bottle in the direction of the amusement park anyway, as soon as Sarros made inclination that is the direction Sarros wanted to go. And so she's like, pulls back a foot and just, yes, that works.
No, carnival food sounds good. Let's go.
Oh, different types of food.
And so you guys all walk towards this amusement park. It is pretty much any standard pop-up amusement park that's a little more well-maintained than like carny rides are. You know, it doesn't seem like anything's going to immediately fall over, but it's kind of still questionable as far as just how well everything was put together and how well everything is currently maintained on the location that it is. But you know, it's pretty popular. It seems like a lot of people are walking in and out. Crowds are pretty big. Alexa kind of pauses and is just like, he is here somewhere. Somewhere here. Wow, there are lots of humanoids around. I feel dizzy. Is that normal?
Yes.
Out of character, I say yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Out of character, all of us.
In character, yes.
Not wrong.
Her eyes kind of fade slightly. Wow, I am having trouble maintaining this spell. And she kind of blinks a lot. He is here. However, I cannot give you a more specific location than this area.
All right, gang, let's split up and look for clues.
So yeah, you guys see a bunch of different rides, bunch of different food stalls, bunch of people, some random games, couple of like actual restaurants that aren't just like food stalls. There's the actual like beach that's like underneath the pier, where everything kind of is. A few bars still nearby. Kind of just picture standard touristy amusement park on a beach. kind of whatever you would like is there. Feel free to split the party, not split the party. But let me know where you want to check out.
First things first, I guess we gotta check out the bars.
What kind of bar do you go into? Do you pick just like a random one? Do you pick one that looks a certain way, that seems themed a certain way?
It's a
Oxygen bar.
beach town. There's got to be a pirate bar.
There has to be.
Oh yeah.
There has to be.
Okay. Everyone goes to the pirate bar?
I think that as we're walking there, Polly is going to, whenever she notices that like something seems to be like falling apart just a little bit, she's just gonna be sitting there and just like mending and
Oh.
mending and mending.
Oh.
Just because she's seeing all this and she's like, yeah, I don't feel like people should be getting hurt while trying to enjoy themselves. It seems kind of silly. So,
Right.
she's gonna be doing that. She'll be a little bit behind y'all because she's kind of, doing that. But yeah, she's following too.
Polly, as you are sort of behind the rest of the group, you notice that Alexa stays really close behind where you are, and it's just like always like one step behind you.
Alexa, dear, do you need something?
You told me I should stay behind the group. You are currently furthest behind the group, so I am behind you.
You know what? That is more or less what I said. I kind of just meant that you should be somewhere behind someone in the group. Do you feel
Opportune
safe
phrases.
back there?
In the group.
Yeah, in the group, right?
Do I feel safe? Where?
Do you feel safe where you are right now, one step behind me?
Should I not? Is that a threat?
Oh,
Whoa! No, of course not. Of course not. I know that we've had beef, but like,
That is why I asked. It seemed out of place.
valid. I also get a little anxious around people and a little dizzy, so I'm focusing on doing this because this is helping me stay grounded a little bit. But if you wanna follow behind me, that's fine. If you wanna go ahead and join the rest of them, that's fine too.
I understand the clarification. And she'll sort of walk and join the majority of the group, feeling like that she's not completely going against whatever this order is. And I think that in that moment, Polly, you realize that Alexa's really used to like managing the ship, but she's also used to, because she is the ship, receiving orders. Like this is not that abnormal for her, that she's like, this has kept her alive. So it's part of essentially who she is. So while it seems a little silly, like that is her nature. So
Note
This is-
to self:
Yeah.
be very literal when interacting with Alexis or
correct.
Alexa.
She did not correct you when you said Alexis earlier. Though you did receive a look, but she did not correct you. Poppy pops up next to you as well. Kind of separates sex from the group.
Oh, Poppy, I know that that's your name, but like you don't have to pop up out of nowhere.
Sorry, I found you cotton candy.
What? Where?
She points at a cotton candy stall. It's like literally 10 paces away and just hands you. It's blue, like your feathers.
Oh.
That's actually really sweet, Poppy. Thank you. I'm gonna grab some and I'm gonna eat it. Did you watch how they make it?
I did. It was really cool. It kind of like shows up out of nowhere.
Right? So cool. I'm pretty sure we could figure out how to set something up so you can make it on the ship too.
Ooh, that'd be fun. You think the rest of the crew would like that? It might get kind of sticky though. It seems like the sugar kind of goes everywhere.
If you want to, like,
You just see Sarros with it like all over his face.
Arnil is also there, just like mystified when it goes in like water and just disappears.
Like a
that video of that raccoon.
The cotton candy, like the part that you hold, is like sticking up from Sarros. Like it's just like sticking out like part of his head. It's covered in cotton candy. It's just like, I'm eating it. This is great.
Where does it go?
I
What
think
is
it.
this
I think Poppy. I think it just means that maybe we need to work on the washing in the crew. Make sure folks are washing their hands and their face and their hair and their wing. I don't know. We'll have to figure it out later. I do think it could be fun though.
I agree. I'm used to different kinds of candy. Not this one, but we had a lot of interesting things on the planet I'm from. And she just kind of waits with you a little bit and will kind of stay nearer to you. She usually does, but that's not abnormal. You guys go into this bar. I need everyone to roll me a luck check real quick.
Oh boy.
Jesus. Today's not the day. 3.
9.
Don't say it.
1.
Oh
No!
Mine was a 12.
Dude.
I saw that look on his face.
Hey, Arnell.
Hey, what's up?
Can you roll me 2 d10s real quick? It's
Yeah,
similar
sure,
to a
why
d100. And let me know what you got.
Just 2 separate D10s or like a D1?
No, like in the form of a d100.
Oh, okay. 52.
52.
52.
Ooh. This is interesting. Arnil,
Yes.
you psionically feel the cotton candy in your hand. Somehow, all creatures within 60 feet of you are now covered in pieces of this sticky cotton candy. And their speed is slowed.
Dude.
Including you. And several people within this bar all turn and look at you as this happens as you are walking in the door.
Oh my god.
So Sarros just gonna turn to him with like the cotton candy all over his face, not from that, but just from before, and be like, "I don't think that's how you eat it."
It's beautiful.
Polly's right outside, and she's just like, "What the fuck just happened?"
I just picture like fluff flying out the doors.
Just get an external shot of the bar, and it just all of a sudden just it's like an airbag going off. But cotton candy.
Polly and Poppy are walking in. Polly's like picking cotton candy off of Poppy, and like, "What are we doing? What happened?"
You see Alexa is just picking pieces of sticky cotton candy out of her leaves meticulously. It's gonna take her a very long time. At this rate, she's just doing this. I believe the wild magic caused the cotton candy to explode. And now many
I think-
people are slow motion.
Guys, I think I was casting wish and it actually worked.
The prince is like picking cotton candy out of his clothes and his armor, and he looks up at you. Your wish is that cotton candy would get everywhere.
Yeah, this stuff is awesome.
You can just eat it and enjoy it that way. It doesn't need to be all over your body.
Well, it was. I guess I should have been more specific, but it just kind of ended up everywhere. Whatever. That's not my fault.
It kind of seems like it was, guy.
Nah.
something, monkey's paw, something. It happens.
And a hostess that's just been standing there, very wide-eyed.
That's the worst part.
Just looking
Boy,
at
do I have a new menu item for you guys.
Cotton candy vest. Cotton candy you can wear.
Polly, you're a genius.
Hi, welcome to the Sailor's Cove that is now 100% stickier than it was a minute ago. How many are in your party?
see. 1, 2.
Hang on. 4, Alexa, the print. 7.
Good job, Arnell. 7.
Is it actually 7? I don't know.
I think that's right.
Okay.
It is 7.
Less than 8, since that's how many people can go into this spell.
Ah,
7. Okay. Do you want a table at the bar area, or do you want like a table like outside, where if you put more cotton candy everywhere, it's less of a hassle because the seagulls will eat it, or are you gonna keep doing that?
I think that was just a one-off. I don't think that's happening again.
Yeah,
Think or no?
we kind of go places and wild stuff just happens. So
We're just quirky.
We're
Yeah,
a
we're
couple of
supposed to-
wild and crazy guys.
Yeah, this is gonna take a long time to clean up. And I feel so tired just for some reason with it hitting me like that. Okay, well, you can also just go up to the bar if you want. If you don't want a table, just try not to get more cotton candy explosion on everything, please.
You blow up a bar with cotton candy one time, and suddenly you're the cotton candy guy.
Yeah.
yes, that's how that works.
This sucks. Everything sucks.
Go to a bar.
Oh,
Poor Arnell. Arnell's very big bad day.
poor baby.
Oh my god.
This stuff is awesome. Why is everybody mad?
I don't know. It's really cool.
Yeah, I think it's because it got on everyone, and now everyone's really sticky and subsequently slow.
Arnell doesn't care about that.
I mean, I could like help wash it off, but like it's gonna be a storm cloud in the middle of a bar. I don't feel like that's very helpful.
I think that might make it worse. Of
Yeah.
course,
Yeah.
all the cotton candy would go away.
All the cotton candy would go away.
Does anyone have create water?
I do. That's what I'm talking about. Just create a bunch of rain. Just make it all. I'm not gonna do that. I realize there's probably like papers and other things in here that you don't want destroyed.
Be a
So
mess.
let's not do that.
So, you guys go up to the bar. Who talks to the bartender first?
Not me, since I'm apparently the cotton candy guy now.
Well, Arnell talked to the bartender first because Arnell was.
That's true. I do. I am walking up there. So.
Oh, hey. Yeah, you're the cotton candy guy. What can I get you?
Ah,
Everyone's already talking about you. It's fast. It's weird how fast stuff spreads around here when there's nothing really going on aside from tourism. Anyway, how can I help you?
looking for somebody actually.
I see a lot of people. It's a very busy bar.
He's
May or may not be able to help
green.
you. Sorry, what?
He's green.
He's green.
I think
Holly's making a bunny symbol with her claw.
And he has antenna.
He's
I
a
don't know.
Haragon.
Yeah, that. I know what that means. I was just hoping you knew what that meant.
Do these people know what that means? Do they look? I mean, what is the reaction to like the group of us walking in here aside from the cotton candy mess?
Right. The bartender doesn't seem weirded out by a Thrycreen approaching the bar or anything. So it's like you get the idea that they are familiar with other humanoid races, but it's
We're not
like
in that. We're not in the weird Toronto plane that Jake keeps talking about.
correct. But at least currently.
He looks
So-
like a bunny man. Although he would hate me. He would hate me if I said that.
Gotcha. Green bunny. You know what? I think we did see someone like that a little while ago, but I think that they may have already left if they're not at a table somewhere. Hey Joe, have you seen the weird green, very very intoxicated. Very intoxicated bunny
That's him.
man.
That's him.
That
Yeah.
tracks.
That
Oh.
sounds about right.
Yeah, that okay, that right person. All right. Yeah, Joe, have you seen him? Person whoever this bartender is acknowledging named Joe kind of looks up. Nah, haven't seen him. Goes back to cleaning the bar. Oh, Joe.
Sight check.
Sure. Go ahead.
This guy does not care.
No.
24 again.
Joe probably knows more information. Joe also does not care. Joe is just here for a paycheck. Joe's one of those bartenders that's been working at a place for so long that the idea of friendly customer service is out the window, and they've just been basically tenured into the bar. Like they are a staple of the bar, and so they can get away with a lot of things.
What was the roll? What was the roll for that?
Insight.
Okay, with a 17, does Polly clock that?
I think that you clock the not caring part. I think that Sarros is the one that clocks the like, yeah, this dude feels like he can just get away with anything, and that's part of the reason why he doesn't care.
Okay.
I think Sarah's gonna poke Polly in the shoulder and just be like,
Ow.
"You should keep talking to him."
Keep talking to him?
I think he knows more.
You think he knows more? Okay. I'm going to... I have no concept of, like, money scale. How much does a drink cost at this bar?
Let's see. It's a tourist town, so it's probably pretty inflated.
Yeah,
like a
13
gold.
United States dollars.
like a gold, like one gold is a drink.
Yeah, like a gold.
Okay, so I'm gonna pull out 3 gold, and I'm gonna just stick it on the counter in front of me, looking at the bartender, and saying, "I really could use some information on where our green rabbit-shaped friend happens to be."
He looks up, clocks the gold, and behind you, Poppy also sort of chimes in, holding up a various assortment of candies. And there's kind of like a magical little sparkle from Poppy as she's holding up the little candies, because she is casting Fast Friends in an attempt to also help with this.
Okay, Poppy.
Except she procced wild magic.
Poor Poppy.
Oh, no!
This is a cleric spell. Let's see what Poppy... Would you do me the honors and roll me a D100, please, Ursa?
It would be a 59.
59. Huh. Interesting. All right.
You instantly becomes friends with everyone in the bar. Huh, so weird.
All right. This is actually interesting. Polly, what does your clerical symbol look like? The one for Guy Fawkes?
So I think originally the plan was a wooden spoon, because that would serve as both a druidic focus, and a cleric symbol. Actually, no, I think it's still a spoon. It's just it's probably like a more decorative wooden spoon now, that I keep around my neck. That's got, I don't know, like the Dungeons and Dragons and Dives and do's logo on it. Yeah, I think that's what we're going with.
Okay. So you guys see Poppy has like a little like necklace that has a clerical symbol on it that maybe it's not like necessarily like super well paid attention to, because it's kind of just like a small necklace. But as she's holding up a little glittery sparkle of candy, Polly, you especially would clock that this first moment, just like a brief moment, the necklace does change and it flashes to your holy symbol. And then it goes back to what it looks like normally. This was not a bad wild magic. It's actually just kind of like a sweet one.
Huh. Okay.
So that's just kind of what happens as she's casting Fast Friends on this guy in an attempt to assist you. So he must succeed on a wisdom saving throw. And he does not. So this will work. And he kind of sees the gold, sees the candy. The candy is a little bit more interesting to him. Weirdly enough, compared to the gold. The guy's got a little bit of a sweet tooth.
Not gonna
Malt
lie,
butter taffy.
Candy would have done it for me too. So.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
He will sidle up, still kind of wiping the bar down. Yeah, all right. What do you want to know?
When was he in here? Where did he go? Where did he come from? Where did he go? Something, Cotton Eye Joe. I don't know. Give me whatever you got.
That's a good song. Good,
Yeah.
good one. Yeah.
But I think at this point he's Cotton Candy Joe.
Can we stop talking about the cotton candy?
Cotton Candy Joe, yes.
Oh, no.
Honestly,
It's all
that's,
coming together.
yeah, that's a pretty good one, honestly. He left with a group of people about kind of like eyes a clock up on the wall. At least 3, maybe 4 hours ago. It's pretty mid-afternoon now, so it was about lunchtime that he left.
Did
So,
they say
he,
where
he
they
had-
were going?
somewhere nearby here. Seemed like they'd made friends, maybe. Hard to tell sometimes, honestly, once people start drinking, if they're actually friends or if they're frenemies, or it might have been some kind of weird brawl. I think I heard Fight Night mentioned.
You don't say.
Down boy.
Actually, there is, I think, a Fight Night happening tonight over at the arena. But I don't know if that's the one they were going to or if they were doing their own thing. To be honest, they were pretty into it. They were pretty into it, but they left a few hours ago, so they might still be around the area, or they could have left. But that's all I really know. He seemed alive when he left.
He seemed alive when he left.
As alive as someone can be when they've had that many alcoholic beverages all at once.
You know what? That's totally fair. All right. Thank you. Appreciate your time. Here's your gold. And Poppy.
Yeah, Poppy just kind of like placed the candy on top of the gold and just like slides it over to the person. Here you go. All right. Made it myself. Enjoy. Goodbye.
Polly's gonna lean in. She'll be like, "It's really good."
All right. Yeah.
Okay, folks. I think we're going elsewhere to this arena, maybe.
Mhm.
Arnil. Yeah, if fighting needs to happen, you're our man.
I think
Bro, plug.
Arnil's eaten so much cotton candy at this point and is having a sugar rush for the first time.
Ooh. Interesting.
Baby.
Just vibrating like arena. Fight night. Fight night. Fight night.
On second thought, Talia, do you want to go ahead and be our
Why not?
champion if we need it?
Why not?
All right.
Ah.
We could do duels.
Yeah, maybe
That'd be
it'll
kind
be
of sick, actually.
yeah, maybe it'll be like team battles, and then you guys.
2v2.
Yeah. All right. So I think we're gonna head on off to the arena, unless anyone has any objections.
Nope. Seems
Alright.
like the right thing.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
I feel like I need a leash for Arnell. Jesus Christ.
I can place a vine on him.
That was me. That was me above
Leash.
board. That was me above board. Not Polly in character.
Yeah, but I could totally see him being one of those leash kids.
Arnell was a
No.
leash kid, for sure, or would have been.
Yikes.
Okay. You guys leave the bar. Do you want to stop at any of the food stalls on the way over there, or do you just kind of beeline it for the arena?
As we're walking by, is there anything that Polly clocks as being particularly novel?
Novel, like a new food or new technique, or
We'll go with yes. Let's go with yes. First, I would say first food, because that would be what you'd be able to smell first. But if someone's being particularly showy about their technique, and it seems to be new, I think she would lean into that too.
Okay. You can roll me a perception check as you are keeping an eye out for that. I think in this moment, since it's kind of your specialty, it also comes with advantage.
Oh no! Okay. That was a dirty. You said investigation. 23.
Yes. There is. I would like you to tell me, in this moment, what kind of fair-style, carnival-esque beach food do you think would catch Polly's eye that she would not know about before?
So I think after all of the cotton candy that is literally everywhere, as that's sort of being picked off and presumably eaten because Polly's not going to be throwing it away, I think that her nose is going to be drawn specifically to something that smells a little bit heartier.
Okay.
And I think... God, I want to go with something totally trashy. Okay. So as she's walking by, she smells, and I know this is going to be sacrilegious because she's a kinku, but she smells chicken cooking.
I was gonna say like fried chicken.
Yeah, it's no, it's not fried chicken being cooked. You know beer can chicken, where they will like put a beer can underneath a chicken, like a whole chicken, and they'll cook it on the grill like that.
No.
What?
Oh yeah, it's a thing. So you take a whole chicken, okay, and you put it in like the hole, right? In the hole, you put a beer can, an open beer can, and what you do is you then close the grill. It grills the chicken on the outside, and then alcohol hydrates it on the inside.
Yeah, I would have never known that existed.
Seriously? Okay, yeah, beer can chicken. That's what she sees. She sees beer can chicken, and she's like,
Where the fuck does that originate from?
"Who the fuck?" The Midwest, probably.
Checks.
Yeah.
But she sees this, and she's just like, "Wait a minute. That's alcohol and food. That's like two of our things, right? That's Jake's thing and my thing. I think I could do that. Where would I get beer?" And she's just kind of like going off, like sitting there thinking about how she would go about getting canned alcohol, because Jake tends to drink liquor. So yeah, I think that's probably what she starts with, is like beer can chicken, and then it'd be, I don't know, the first thing that popped in my head was something like a gross chili dog with like absolutely everything on it. And she's just like, "Wow, I never thought about serving that on a bun. I would have thrown it in a bowl." Huh.
Wow.
It's so much more portable this way.
It is. It's so cool.
Okay, then yeah, you see that, and you guys can continue on. Poppy is kind of like humming contentedly as she's occasionally like picking cotton candy also out of your feathers as she's walking near you.
Thank you, Poppy.
Yeah, of course. It's everywhere. I'm probably not gonna get this out of my hair until I actually go take a shower.
Yeah, I think we're all gonna need a bath after this.
Yeah, and it is a little bit harder to move right now. Like everyone's a little slower as you're covered in the sticky cotton candy. Like your speed is literally halved. So I mean, getting there is like a little bit of a process. So I mean, you're just kind of ambling towards this center city arena area that got pointed out to you earlier. You know, the prince is sort of just walking with the group and occasionally making like a sideways glance over at Talia, just like not sure if he should say anything because it seems like Talia's been on edge about this, and it's like, yeah, they were supposed to talk, and it's like, but they're not. So he's just kind of like occasionally eyeing you and like eyeing the back of the group and taking a couple steps back and then kind of catching back up and then going back to the back of the group and then catching back up. He's been doing that for a while. Like, you know, we're gonna talk or we not, but he's like leaving it up to you. And Alexa's just kind of staying in the middle of the group. She's gone back to doing this thing with her hands that she was doing earlier when she was sort of embarrassed, and she's been thinking, and the leaves on her body are sort of changing, like between like the bright green and a little bit more like red tinged and the bright green, and she's just kind of like trying to keep herself under control, as occasionally she'll look up and be startled by like a larger group of people making like a large sound or like something flying through the air as someone is either drunkenly or just like a child like playfully throwing something to a friend, or you know, something will startle her. And you guys can walk towards the arena. No one interacts with anything else going towards the arena. You all arrive. There is a large crowd. Huge crowd lined up outside. As if they're waiting to queue to get into a large sign. Pirates versus Ninjas Fight Night.
My God.
yeah, that checks. Oh boy.
Arnell disappears in a cloud of dust.
It's like full Looney Tunes.
All of the cotton candy that was stuck to him was just like in the air.
Would you guys like to join the queue, or would you like to try to get in a different way?
Oh, Jesus.
I think at this point we're just chasing after Arnil.
Yeah, is this?
Yeah, I
is
think Arnil just goes, doesn't he?
Is the line to spectate or participate?
This particular line is a spectator line.
Not interested.
I just had to clarify what line, if any, you're joining, and what way you were attempting to get into this building.
I'm looking for, like, I guess a backstage entrance or something.
Okay.
Is anybody else coming with me?
Yeah.
Do we clock that Arnil is like a fucking feral dog here trying to find the entrance for...
You tell me. Do you think your character would notice that Arnil has poofed off into...
No, definitely not. Polly definitely got to like stand in the line for the spectators, kind of looking around, and then she's gonna turn around and realize that Arnil is gone, and just go, "Son of a bitch." Did anyone see Arnil?
Here's an extra wrinkle I'll throw in here. I have an ability that I haven't gotten to use in such a long time.
Oh no.
Where'd it go? Chameleon Carapace. As an action, you can change the color of your carapace to match the surroundings, giving you advantage on stealth checks made to hide.
Are you actively hiding from us?
I don't think Arnil means to.
I don't mean to hide from you. I'm just trying to get into where the fight's happening.
But you know what? I would like you to roll me a stealth check regardless, just to see how well you blend in with this crowd of people that may or may not be going in to become fighters.
Love to do that.
With advantage.
Of course. That is a 19 plus 5, 24.
Yeah, okay. So with that, is anyone's passive perception higher than a 24?
No.
Nope.
Is that possible?
Yes.
That
Yes.
would be amazing. But no.
Gonna say, don't think so. All right, but you guys tell me if you think you notice genuinely that Arnold's gone. However, he is in the crowd, blending in very well. You can decide to notice if he's not in your group. You do not notice with where he has gone.
Hmm.
Yeah, I definitely clocked that he's gone, but I have no idea where he went.
Same.
Aren't you guys
I
so
think
happy
so.
I'm back, just causing a mess?
Absolutely.
God damn it. Oh my goodness.
Is it like important that you guys find him, or is it fine to just kind of sit in line and wait
I
and
think-
watch?
I think it'll be funnier when he shows up in the like arena and they all go, "What the?"
Oh yeah, 100%.
It would be funnier.
No,
To-
Polly's
To be
gonna
clear,
look for like. No, go ahead.
the prince is the one that asked that.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh.
okay.
Polly's gonna look, and like, she's gonna try to clock how long it's gonna take to find him in this crowd of people. Realize that it's way too long and not worth the effort because he's gonna pop back up at some point. She doesn't know where. She just knows he will.
Show
So
up.
she's just gonna go. You know what? I'm sure he will find us. So I think we're just gonna let it be.
There's a feral bug on the loose somewhere. Good luck.
Yes. Yep.
Are we going to wait in this long, very populated line, or try to get in to see what's going on another way? Yeah, there's
That would
like VIP lines and stuff. I feel like you guys might be able to talk your way in that way, right? Or pay or something. That's how these things usually go. I don't know. I usually just have the prestige of walking in wherever I want, but I'm not on the planet that works for, so don't know that would work here.
Anyone got any bright ideas?
Places like this usually have a back door.
Could probably slip in somewhere.
All right. Let's go do that, I guess. Try to find ourselves a back or a side entrance.
Would you like me to try to make it easier for us to do that?
Oh boy, I really want to know what that means, Alexis. Or Alexa.
This is the new thing.
With the caveat that wild magic has been worse. I have done this for the ship. I should be able to, in theory, do it for a smaller group. But I do know the spell, Pass Without Trace.
Ew.
Let's find another entrance first, and
Hmm.
then we'll go ahead and sneak in with Cast Without Trace.
Noted.
Not a bad idea.
Arnell,
Yes.
you have vibrated off, joining a throw of people who all seem ready to go. You know, a couple people are dressed actively in like very costumey pirate costumes and like very costumey like standard ninja garb, which is very, very kitschy. Do you stop and acknowledge any of this, or are you beelining it?
I guess I don't think like he's trying to keep it as much as like a bug who's about to be like quantum tunneling through people can be. He's trying to keep it quiet that he's here, so he doesn't, so people don't like start asking questions. Like, what kind of weird ass pirate getup is this? You're a bug.
It's just a guy.
Just
Roll-
a guy. What?
Roll me a luck check super quick, Arnell.
Oh God.
Baby boy.
No.
No.
Hey, if you have me roll like 18 more luck checks, I'll eventually get like a 20 at this rate.
You said that was a
That's-
2?
2.
All right. You have in your bag a pirate hat. However, this may work for your advantage. Potentially. It is kind of fucked from when you died that one time.
I forgot I had a hat.
Oh.
Okay, I'll put on the hat.
Okay. You do that. There's someone over by the door where everyone's kind of like hanging out. They're not really lined up. It's more just like there's a group of people like, and they're doing what looks like sign-ins, asking people questions. If you approach closer, you kind of get the gist of like, you know, just name, what team you want to be on if it's not clear enough, or like, you know, they want to be like unlabeled if they're not currently dressed up in a costume, but most people here seem to be. And then like this seems like there's an entrance fee, as though there may be a reward associated to potentially winning this fight.
Okay. I guess I'll get to like a decent point, like probably midway through the line, and then just uncloak and act like I've been there the whole time. And if anybody calls me on it, I'll just say, "What are you talking about?"
Gaslight.
I've been in
Gatekeep.
for 6 hours.
No one seems to notice that you are just kind of like in the line now.
Great.
Eventually you get up to the front. Name, party you're playing for, and it's a 5 gold entrance fee.
5 gold. Okay. Would Arnell come up with like a stage name? Is this? Do I get the vibe that this is something that you could like come up with a character, quote unquote, for?
Ooh.
Like how pro wrestling are we trying to get here?
Yeah. You kind of glance down. I won't make you roll for this. You just kind of see because it's a sign-up sheet directly in front of you. It seems like some people have very normal-looking names on here, and then other people have gone real into it. So it's kind of a mix of both.
Okay. I think Arnell will go real into it, and this is going to be a reference that like 2 people get probably, but he's just going to write down Psycho Mantis.
Yeah.
And then it'd be really funny to put the ninja team down. No, he puts down the pirate team and forks over 5 gold because I guess I have some money.
You guys all definitely have money in various amounts. I don't even know. You guys are hopefully keeping up with it. It should be a lot of money.
I'm just surprised. Well, Arnell's been dead for a long time, but he had 60 gold in his pocket from something in the first 10 episodes.
True. Fair. Yeah, that makes sense. You do that. You go in. They kind of, if you've signed up for a specific team, will gesture you into a corner in a group, and you join a group of people that all are very much mostly dressed like pirates. They explain after you sign up that it's kind of like your group needs to win, but also within the group there is a like last man standing kind of thing. Wherein if it ends up in a tie, that people will sort of split the money. But otherwise, if it is last man standing, that you get all the money.
Duly
And-
noted.
There are, I might regret this. Oh, I don't regret this. That's a good number. There are 69 participants in this organization.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Is the captain among these 69 participants?
Is Jake among the 69 participants? Roll
No,
me.
he was number 70.
Ah,
Mm.
Luck check. He's a luck check.
Nuts.
Yeah. Roll me a luck check, please, and thank you.
that just flew off my desk. I am gonna take another dice.
It's gone.
That's a 19.
That is a 19. Roll me a perception check.
Perception. Okay. I'm not good at perception, but that is a 16.
Okay. 19 and a 16. I will say in this moment that there is this room is kind of small for holding 69 people in it. And there's a lot of different colorful costumes. And Jake is on the smaller side, if I remember correctly. So it would take a while to try to parse through, at least in this particular room, whether he is or is not here. However, it definitely seems like the kind of place Jake would wind up.
All right. How far away in feet
Uh.
would you say the rest of the crew is from me?
Oh, currently?
Yes.
Let's jump over to him real quick. Hey, rest of the crew, you're looking for a side door to get into.
Yep.
Mhm.
Cool. You guys can roll me investigation checks, please and thank you.
Alrighty.
Ooh. Interesting.
19.
Interesting. Okay.
10.
Okay.
11.
Okay. Great. Hey, someone just randomly tell me druid or cleric super click. Or not druid, wizard or cleric super click. Quick.
Wizard.
Yeah, wizard?
Wizard.
Okay. Wizard?
Yeah, we don't see enough wizard.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Can I get 2 people to roll me a D100? Like one each?
I got one. 75.
Okay.
10.
Ah!
75 and 10. Ooh, that one's really useful for what you're currently doing. And that one is not helpful. Therefore, we will go with the other one. As you guys are looking for a door with a natural 20, Poppy clocks this door so fast. There's like a side door that kind of blends in with the wall. That's kind of been painted over with a mural. And so it's not really visible unless you know that it's there. But Poppy, being so colorful and like vibrant and stuff, just like immediately clocks on like there's a door right there. And also because, you know, she was part of the guard at the previous planet and is used to like kind of sneaking around into those hidden areas as well, has a little bit of that natural just affinity for knowing about those kinds of things and keeping an eye out for them. So she's not the only one. I think a few of you also rolled above a 15. So anyone that rolled above a 15 also would notice this, but I think Poppy is the first one that clocks it and will point it out to the group. And on top of that, as she's pointing, her hand glows. She's like looking at it. That's weird. Very weird.
Yeah, that one's new. What's that?
Great question. Wonderful question. It feels... This is going to sound real weird because I don't know how this spell normally goes. I'm familiar with it. I've definitely studied it. Don't currently have it in my spell book that I'm aware of. But the knock spell kind of feels like the knock spell.
Huh.
Huh. Well,
Honestly, it kind of feels like I have magic to do this for an unknown amount of time. Maybe an hour, and it doesn't feel like it will make me tired to do this. So, if there are locked doors in our way, I suggest we go through as many of them as possible.
well,
Let's
get
knock.
cracking. You got one in front of you.
Well, we don't know that it's locked. To be fair,
Polly's gonna go up and jiggle the handle.
yeah, it's locked.
Yes, it's locked.
Would you like me to cast that spell now, Or do you guys think this is okay? Alexa is like nervously looking around because of how busy it is. Like,
I think we need to get Alexa out of here. So yeah,
Mm.
let's do that.
you want her to cast Pass Without Trace?
I want Alexa to cast Pass Without Trace, and then I want Poppy to go ahead and knock
Yeah,
knock on heaven's door.
sure.
Nice.
Do I want Knock to roll for Wild Magic? That would be kind of funny if a Wild Magic caused a Wild Magic.
Do it.
If you're going to,
Do
don't
it.
do it at advantage.
That's-
Seems mean.
Fair. I like the chaos of that, and it sounds like something that would work for this group. So I'm going with yes, but we'll see what
So-
happens. Anyway, Alexa does cast Pass Without Trace. The magic settles on everyone, feels normal, doesn't feel wild magic. Poppy casts Knock with no issue. Also, open. It's not even like really like the knock. Like it's like the magic glowing hand just like goes down, places it like accidentally brushes a little bit against you as you're pulling your hand away, Polly, and she's like, "Oh, sorry," and just opens the door. And it opens no issues. So seems like you guys could get in, totally fine.
Let's go.
We walk in the door.
You do. This is kind of like a weird side hallway. Weird as though, like, no more or less weird than any other side hallway would be, but it's kind of weird that it's there. Unless you know to go looking for it. It's one of those just worker hallways, so that's why it's weird. Like if you're part of just like the group of people that are attending an event, you're just like, this is weird to be here. Kind of weird.
Polly turns to the group and she says, "Does it feel weird? Like you're not supposed
Yeah.
to be here?"
We just found our way into the utilidors underneath the
Right.
arena.
No, literally.
Quite literally. And yeah, I think as you guys are walking in, and I'm gonna have to look up how big arenas standardly are in feet to give you an answer on that question you asked. For our Nils purposes and knowing. We're gonna go ahead and we'll just do our quick bio break because we've not taken one yet, and we can come back in. You guys want to do 10 or 15?
Let's do 15.
Cool. We'll come back in time 15, so it's time 20.
Ready to go.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Space.Rat Cafe. We are rejoining our group as they somewhat split the party, as Arnil has been queued up into a waiting room of sorts with Pirates versus Ninja on the horizon. The potential for Jake to either be somewhere here or somewhere else in the arena, but definitely somewhere in this general area. And the rest of the group, including Poppy, the Prince, and Alexa, tagging behind in these underground slash non-underground utility tunnels for the arena. Now, there was a question posed: how close is the group to Arnil? I believe the answer is you are currently within about. We're going to split the difference between these two arena sizes I found and say they're about 350 feet away from you at this point,
Okay.
since they've just walked in the building.
They needed to be within 120. So
They might get that way eventually.
okay, then I think with telepathy, Arnell's like reaching out and trying to get a hold of like Polly, probably,
Mhm.
or Sarros, or like anybody that they were familiar with previously that knows that they have telepathy, so you don't freak anybody out that doesn't know much about Arnell.
Unless you guys plan to stop or divert for any particular reason, you are free to walk closer into the building and can acknowledge and interact with Arnil.
I think that
Ollie.
unless something comes up, I think that we're gonna be walking in that direction.
Yeah.
So when we do end up matching up, I imagine it's something like the person you are trying to call is not in the service area until all of a sudden, like I have, it's like, whoop, yep, whoa, what?
Polly.
Ah, what? Why are you yelling?
Oh, sorry. I've been trying to get a hold of you for 30 seconds. It's been too long.
Where are you, my dude?
Good news. I think I have some leads on the captain.
Okay.
Even
Admiral,
better
but
news.
yes.
What? Oh, I think I was absent for that. Better
Close work.
news.
Yep.
I'm in the tournament. Yeah.
Excuse me. Which tournament is that?
This one. The one that we were here for. The fight
Polly
night.
Polly just like stops dead in her tracks, and she's just like now kind of like staring off, just like, what the fuck are you talking about? This is her thinking this. She doesn't say this via telepathy. What are you talking about? All right, Arnil, did you perchance see Jake?
No, but knowing him, I'm pretty sure he's here somewhere. Like, give it a 85, solid B. He's here.
Polly's gonna turn to Alexa and just say, Alexa, Arnil is within telepathy range. Do you sense where he is?
Can I sense Arnil?
Yes.
You kind of see her eyes glow briefly. Yes, kind of. It's, like I said, a bit muddy in this building and everywhere around here, but I have a clearer picture than I did earlier when we were outside around so many people.
Okay.
Do you ask so that you know if I can find if Jake is here?
No, I ask because I wanted to know if Jake and Arnil are like in the same general area, or if we just let Arnil do what Arnil does and we go look for Jake elsewhere.
Ah, I see. If I focus on both of them at the same time, I fear it will not prove good. But I can try. Just change and see if I can find Jake.
I would appreciate that, but don't do it if it's
I
going
don't
to
think
hurt
it
me.
will.
She short circuits.
That's not the right die. I don't think it will. She stops talking for a second. What's this chart? Bum, 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 bum. Druid 52. Didn't we just do that one?
52. No, I don't know what that is.
Ooh, interesting. Okay, that doesn't currently affect anything. So she stops talking mid-sentence as all of a sudden, like, some of the bright green on her, which is kind of, you guys are in like a dimmer hallway, so it's not necessarily that noticeable, but if you're near to her, you can tell. Some of her leaves
Poppy's
shrivel.
hand is also glowing, isn't it?
Oh, true. Like, it is currently glowing, although that was more of just like a, like, oh yeah,
Yeah,
she
I
can
know.
do this. But yeah,
Yeah.
no, it's a dim light probably. So anyone
Yeah.
that with, ability to see in darkness for any reason, if you have dark vision or anything, you can definitely tell this. But her leaves kind of like immediately wilt. Like, not all of them, but a good chunk of them. And she's like, and her skin, it's usually like a very vibrant green. It also kind of like pales a little bit. And it doesn't seem like she herself is like hurt, but it seems like her magic is kind of like affected right now. As that's usually like an indicative indicator of her current state of being with regards to her magic. And she's like, I do not think it will hurt me, but it apparently may be an issue later for others. Jake is not with Arnell. Jake is somewhere else, but he is in this building.
Okay.
He's
Arnell.
on the ninja team. What?
Arnell. Jake doesn't seem to be near you. Have fun, but don't kill anyone.
You sure you guys don't want to play too?
He's asking if we want to play too. I'm turning to the rest of the group.
There's a
He's
last.
apparently-
There.
He's apparently in some kind of tournament.
There's money
I think I heard him
involved.
mumble something about ninjas. There's money involved.
Could be fun.
Not the person I was expecting to hear that from, but okay.
Sarros is a monk.
Yeah, that's fair.
True.
That is
Fair.
valid.
I think it'd be kind of fun, but I'll do whatever you guys want to do.
Arnell, is this like some kind of team thing?
Yeah, I'm on the Pirates team.
High rates?
Yeah, that I guess is what I said.
Is that what
Okay.
Polly charges for her services?
Pirates, yeah. God damn it. That was good. All right. Alexa, if you could please point us in the direction you remember feeling Arnell, that would be great.
Let's do it.
Okay. And she starts leading you through a concerning maze of hallways. Like, she falls back into the group, but the doors that she's asking you guys to go through whenever you come across them are beginning to feel more and more and more like you guys are walking in a random direction. However, eventually, you do come out into an area, just kind of like at the back of a large group, that says, that just has like a room, and it's dressed with people that, oh boy, do not look like pirates, but they are in costume.
Oh no.
Do they look like ninjas?
They sure do.
All right. Is there some place to sign up, or did we just end up in the staging area for the ninjas?
You guys just kind of end up in the staging area for the ninjas.
Cool. Okay, so
Awesome.
I'm gonna pit Arnell. I don't
They-
see you. Where are you?
Are they within 120 feet of me?
Yeah, they're closer at this point.
Okay.
I'm in the room with the pirates.
Now, when you say pirates, do you actually mean ninjas?
No, I'm pretty sure I know what a pirate looks like.
Fuck. We're in the room with the ninjas.
Oh, that'll be bad for you.
Oh no.
You asked me to get you to the general location I remember Arnell being. Unfortunately, general location appears to have gotten us in the ninja room.
Yep. Nope. You did what I asked. Thank you, Alexis. Alexa, I'm not mad. I keep doing that. Jesus Christ. Thank
That's
you,
why
Alexa.
she didn't lead us to the right place.
Yeah,
no
right.
kidding.
'Cause I keep fucking slipping and calling her Alexis. Is there anyone who looks like they might be in charge just around?
If Alexis is easier as a designation, you may call me Alexis instead of Alexa. That was a decision Jake made originally.
No, Polly's controller is just a fool sometimes. So,
Aw.
anyway, yeah. So, is there any, sorry to Xtina, is there anything in the anyone in the room that looks like they might, like someone with a clipboard, right? Someone who looks like they're in charge.
Yeah, no, you
Well-
can find someone that looks like they are in charge of the event pretty easily.
Roll for
Okay,
roll for
everyone,
clipboard.
Roll for
look like a
clipboard.
pirate. Look as much like a pirate as you can. And I'm gonna
It'd be
walk
hard
up
for
to
the
that
crew
person.
of pirates.
Please
Yeah, right.
tell me
I'm gonna-
what everyone does in order to look like a pirate, as you guys, as pirates, are in this room of ninjas in preparation for this event, walking up to this person with a clipboard.
I think Sarros is gonna start like limping like he has a peg leg when it's very obvious he does not.
Oh.
I
She's
will
recorded-
have, if anyone wants to put anything on, I will also have you roll the luck checks to see if you happen to have any of your random pirate apparel on your person at the moment.
I'm gonna do that because I think
also
Sarros'
gonna
garb
do
is
that.
very ninja-y just in general.
Sure.
13.
Okay.
5.
Okay.
I'm stuck today.
You could definitely that. Okay. Polly, are you planning on doing anything, or are you just kind of
Don't I have like a captain's medal
You
or
do.
badge or some nonsense?
you do?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm just gonna pull it out and just slap it on.
I think Poppy, who happens to have like an eye patch, just kind of puts an eye patch down over one eye. Just
Nice.
it's got like the skull and crossbones.
Nice. Good call. Good call.
Yeah. But unfortunately, Alexa is simply Alexa, as she is the ship. And so she is unsure how to be the ship when she is just herself right now. So you guys walk up to this group. Sarros, hobbling, Talia. You don't have any of your pirate stuff on you.
I'm just gonna rip like the knee of my pant leg and just be done with it and just like
Oh, there you go. That works, I suppose.
You were always good at ripping off those clothes, Talia.
Oi!
Whoa!
Oh,
I mean, the knife that I just used to do that immediately goes up. I'm like a
Whoa.
foot shorter than he is, and I don't care.
Listen, I thought you said you wanted to talk in private. It's a lot.
Talking in private is not talking about privates. Let's move it on.
Ayo.
Okay.
Absolutely
Um,
not.
So I'm gonna walk up to these folks in charge with their magical clipboard, and the lore is building with this magical clipboard, and I'm gonna be like, hey, we're idiots, and we went to the wrong staging room. Can you direct us to the
We're
correct one,
idiots.
please?
Yes.
It's going, hey, we're idiots. It's just D&D in a nutshell. It's so good.
Ah, yes, of course. We have many idiots that signed up for this event. We understand.
Yeah.
Can you help us get to the pirate staging area? As you can see, we are all pirates.
I'm gonna die.
I don't know. That one looks just like a tree person.
And
But-
that's more ninja than pirate? What's the deal here?
It's the smartest one of us all.
Okay,
Never seen a
hold on.
living figurehead.
Oh, true. Okay, I get it. Yeah, I get it. I wasn't gonna stop you guys. I was just curious. Everyone else seems pretty piratey, so I was just curious what was going on with the lack of pirate enthusiasm. Usually when the entire group is dressed up, that
No,
oh,
I think you froze, friend.
What happened?
Polly
no.
Polly got frozen.
No. Oh no.
Live, Polly, live.
I can still hear Polly.
What in
Oh,
the world?
there we go.
Okay. What happened?
Maybe.
Can you guys not hear
I
her?
think we're okay.
Oh,
What happened?
yeah. We I think 3 of us at least couldn't.
I'm
weird.
here. Ugh.
Weird.
Oh. Okay, well. Yeah, a second.
We'll give it a second.
Yeah, a second.
Hello,
This
My bad.
chair hurts.
I can hear you.
Okay. What happened?
Yay.
You got, for me at least, it sounds like Sarros had no issue hearing you, and neither did Tensei in the background. But me and Gabi and names Marty could not.
Whoa!
We've only been working together for 2 years.
Listen, my brain literally had like a fucking loading sign. It was just like similar to what just happened where Polly cut out. It was just like stopped loading and forgot how to speak.
Dial-up noises.
Yeah, dial-up noises. Yeah, and Marty could not hear you. So it was like, now hold on. After it was the discussion of when one person in a group is dressed up, not usually most people are. So it was just kind of a question about why.
Ah, yes.
But yeah, no, not gonna stop you. You can follow me. I was just curious, but anyway, most people don't read anyway, so you'd be shocked at the number of people that just don't pay attention. It's surprising. You can have them as big on the signs as you want, and people will just walk in the wrong direction.
That felt a little close to home.
Right. Listen, I used to have to make signs for events when I worked as a hostess at a restaurant that did like a lot of big events. People don't read.
No,
They do not.
they don't.
Anyway, yeah, you guys go into the pirates room.
As they're walking in, Arnell like telepathies to Polly and goes, I'm not sure I'm actually in the pirate room. There's some kid here who's wearing like normal clothes and a straw hat.
Oh,
Did you catch his name?
No, I bad with people.
That's fair. That's pretty much all of us. Jake's kind of the people person. We all kind of just hey, I think I see you.
Oh, hey.
Hey!
Also
We're
also
still
a kid
talking.
here.
We're still talking via telepathy.
There's also a kid in here that I saw that's wearing nothing but like orange. But weirdly, I think he's supposed to be the ninja room. I had to do it. Paul's not here.
There's this other kid. He's just sitting down at a table and seems to be downloading a lot of illegal music. I don't know what's going on with that.
there's another one's trying to download a car.
trying to download a car.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh man. Yeah, so it's like a waiting timeline. It seems like they're just kind of like loading people in. you guys can feel free to sort of get yourselves as set up and ready in this preparation moment before the event like kicks off. But pretty much like, they're just making sure everyone's in the correct room, is signed up correctly. When Arnil signed up, he was the only one signed up. So you guys might want to make sure you guys are signed up. Otherwise that could cause problems, but feel free to also just try to sneak through it.
I'm gonna laugh if Arnil had signed up as Arnil et al.
No, I signed up as Psycho Mantis.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that's right. Second
Oh yeah, that's right.
So, but also Arnil only signed up as the single entity of Psycho Mantis. It's not
True.
Psycho
Yeah.
Mantis and friends.
Sarros just wants to look around for a giant rodent dressed as a baker with apple pastries. Pirate.
Oh,
Pirate.
Yeah, roll for Pirate.
Yeah, here we go.
No.
Pirate's gonna be our new crew member. We always gain one on one of these.
Oh god.
Aw, 7.
Oh,
You
unfortunate.
do not, but you do find 3 and 1.1/4 of a rat just sitting
Ew.
off in the corner.
Mm-hmm. No,
Ew.
no
Gross.
0.14 of a rat. That's unfortunate.
Icky nasty.
Hey, magic, it works.
It's an extra long rat.
It's partially phased into the material plane.
Right, yeah, it's like it glitched, the rendering didn't quite work in this,
I'm here, I'm
weird
just-
alternative world. No, there is unfortunately no pirate, unfortunately. Very
Aw.
unfortunately. That would have been fun. I
been
support
fun.
pirate, but the dice do not. So do you guys do anything to set yourselves up? Do any of your like pre-fight stuff that you'd like to do, or
How long do we have before?
it-
Polly's gonna sign up and ask how long we have before the match starts.
yeah, so you go through the whole thing for the sign up, ask to put a name down. You also see on the list a mix of names. You do not see Arnil's name. Whether you actually know what Arnil's handwriting looks like is a different question. But
Arnil.
huh?
Arnil, roll a d20, Marty.
Okay. 5.
Okay, add a 20. So yes, I do know what his handwriting looks like.
You do recognize Arnil's handwriting as Psycho Mantis, but you do not see Arnil's name.
Psycho Mantis.
But also, there's a lot of other names that are a mix of like actual names and the fake names. And then they ask you, it's just five gold for the group of you that are signing up. But obviously you don't get like the whole individual of you, like it counts as like the entity. So technically signing up separately means that you and Arnil are technically against each other unless you guys survive, and then the money is split between 2 groups rather than it being split like all individual whatever. Yeah.
Got it.
So that's just the designation of how it's worked out. But yeah, what do you put down for your group?
Hold on, I have to see how the fuck this would be spelled.
Ooh.
It's going to be Sixella, spelled Alexis backwards.
Oh, okay. I like that.
Intentionally picked Alexis and not Alexa because it's the bit right now. So,
Yeah.
Yes, it's Alexis spelled backwards. That's us.
I'm sorry, I have to type something so I
Yeah, of
remember
course.
these. Okay. So yes, you do that. You can go back into the group. You guys can do your pre-fight stuff. The answer to the question about how long you have is like, ideally we're going to get started here in like next 15 minutes. It could run a little bit long depending on how many more people we got to get through, but the line's pretty much done. So assuming everyone's in the right rooms and stuff, we've gone over all the safety checks and stuff, then we should be getting ready to get started here shortly.
When they say safety checks, Arnil laughs.
Oh, I'm not surprised.
What are you
okay.
talking about?
Safety.
What is that?
What is
That-
safety?
Is that a food? Can I eat that?
Safe tie. He like pulls out a tie.
Oh.
Ooh, like Thai food?
Yes. Okay. Well, we don't have time for a long rest, which is what I would need to do all my cooking shenanigans. What I will do is I will prep a couple. I will prep up some good berries
Mhm.
So I will cast Goodberry,
Cool.
which is a spell.
You guys are still under the effects of Pass Without Trace right now, because that's how that spell works.
How
I
the
think.
hell am I talking to people then?
Well, you can make yourself known. It doesn't
Okay.
keep you invisible.
Okay,
I'm here.
I'm here and gone.
You're just, it's easier to move through crowds
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
you know, obviously, but you're not invisible with Pass Without Trace. It's just
Okay.
like, it's technically the wording of the spell is a veil of shadows and silence radiates from you. So it masks you and your companions from detection, but
Okay.
you can still make yourself known.
Okay, then I
You
think
just-
what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and cast Goodberry to have those prepped.
Yeah.
So I cast that spell. So do I trigger wild magic with that?
Oh, good question. Good question. Good
Because that's
question.
that's the slotted spell.
Oh, you do. You do.
Lovely.
Is that druid or cleric for Goodberry?
That's druid.
'Kay.
I got 24 and 6.
Well, that would be funny, but let's see what the other one is. Oh. Okay.
I hope they're both hilarious.
This one. Okay. One of them is funny, but it's because Alexa rolled the same one earlier. The other one is a call out to my heart, and I feel like I have to go with it because
Do it.
But yep. Do what
Polly,
feels right.
in this moment you were making good berries, and you as a druid, I don't know that you've ever necessarily wild shaped in this way, because your wild shape isn't normally with animals. Your wild shape is the starry forms.
Yes.
But you're familiar with druids that can wild shape into animals. You've seen it before, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
And you feel a calling in your soul, as though the DM has put her own love of dinosaurs within you, reached
it.
through the veil of this spell, and you find yourself wild shaping into a Tyrannosaurus until the end of
Holy
your
shit!
next turn.
I'm sorry.
Terrifying.
What? So I'm just in this room full of other people prepping for this match, and I'm all of a sudden, without anyone knowing where I came from, because I'm under Pass Without Trace, I become a fucking Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Now I assume you were like with your group, so your group sees this, but yes,
Oh,
you were in a
Jesus Christ.
pirate group.
Holy shit.
But like, I also wanted to be, because of Pass Without a Trace, if you take like 2 steps into the crowd, you just disappear for everyone.
I don't know that any amount of stealth roll is going to hide a Tyrannosaurus from the crowd. However, the good news for you is other people are prepping in different ways too, so a wild shape is not necessarily that out of the question here. It is just a matter of that
So
you
scary.
yourself have never done a wild shape this way.
Can I speak common still? Like, can I still talk? Or do I not have that ability anymore?
So technically, you're not supposed to be able to. However, you guys still have telepathic communications via both Alexa, I'm doing it now too, Alexa, and Arnil. So you can still communicate.
Okay, so that was embarrassing.
Wait a minute. Could you do that the whole time?
Fuck no. Sorry, I mean, no, I can't do that the whole time.
Oh, Polly, I didn't know you cursed.
I try not to.
Clearly,
Anyway,
you haven't been here long enough.
yeah, Jake really knows how to push those buttons. Can someone pick up the 10 good berries that I just made and fell on the floor? Because I was planning to use those later, but obviously tiny arms. So I can't really do much about that right now.
Now, here's an interesting thing. That I think would be interesting. Would Polly have done her regular wild shape as well, like in preparation for this fight?
No, I think she would have waited to see. I think she would have waited to see what folks look like.
Okay, well, we're gonna go with the dinosaurs were feathered theory here. So you know you still look like your feathers and stuff in your wild shape, but that answers the question I had. But yeah.
Okay.
Holly,
Yes.
can I put a hat on your head?
Can you reach my head?
Well, I think I have to climb up your tail.
Be quick.
How long will this last for, Holly?
I don't. Probably until my hit points reach 0. I don't actually know. I don't usually wild shape this way.
Ah. That is interesting.
Yeah.
Wild magic?
Yeah.
It has been worse lately.
It is. I think I have probably about an hour. It's probably an hour or when I can no longer move, whichever comes first.
Got it.
Yeah.
The prince is standing there, and he, up until now, has been pretty much like just kind of going along with everything. But you turning into a T-Rex has him like, what the fuck? Like, Talia too. You've never seen him, see like surprised about anything. He's never like shown that he could be potentially afraid of something. A T-Rex, he's afraid of a T-Rex.
God, what a coward. Afraid of that.
You think afraid of a fucking dinosaur? God.
I'll be taking notes of his fears.
That was definitely interesting.
Oh yeah. But yeah. Anyone else doing any prep setup, any fun abilities or anything ahead of the fight? I love this. Thank
I
you.
love it.
Thank you so much.
With the little feathers got me.
Thank you so much. This is wonderful. You guys can, okay, you know what? You guys can think about what you want to do if you're setting up. This is a good spot to call it for the night, I think, is this. 'Cause I don't think there's any recovering from the wonderfulness that is Holly's icon changing to actually a T-Rex. Thank you so much for listening to Space Rock Cafe. I've been Christina, your GM tonight. We're gonna go around the table and do our outros. Everyone tell us who you were playing, what you now look like, if you have become different, where people can find you, and we're working on any other fun projects. We will start with Gabi.
Love it. So my name's Gabi. I played Talia. I am currently doing social media for a few theater companies. So if you guys need photography or anything, you can find me on Instagram or pretty much anywhere. And I'm also starting to get back on podcasting again, which is super exciting.
Woo.
Yay.
Marty.
Hey, I'm Marty. If you don't know me and you're listening to a network production, it's on you. I'm all over this place. Go check out Bard Rock Cafe, College of Whispers, Wavering Strangers, Monster Cafe. Yeah, that's it right now.
No, that's it.
New stuff soon.
Allison.
Hey, I'm Allison. I have been Sarros, who is, I'm now realizing, still covered in cotton candy.
It sure is. Yes.
Perfectly happy with it.
Last for? Oh my god.
Well, I think until we
Years.
actually wash it off.
Well, I know what preparation we need to do next time.
I am a producer on Blades in Paradise, and am doing fun movie things. So, hey.
And Ursa.
Hi, I'm Ursa.
Oh my god, it moves.
I played Polly, who's currently at
Incredible.
glasses are still there. Forgot to remove those. I edit for the Bard Rock main cast. I just stopped doing that. I can't.
Man, if you're listening audio only, you're missing out.
Anyway, yeah,
Oh, God,
I
that's
edit
funny.
for the Bard Rock main podcast, and I'm here playing Polly the chef, who is, like I said, currently a dinosaur. So we'll deal with that next time.
It's fine.
Oh my
fine.
gosh.
It's fine.
And yep, that is fine. And as I said, I'm Christina. I've been your GM this evening for Space Rock Cafe. I can't look at Paula. I'm just gonna cover her because it's gonna make me laugh. If you liked this, feel free to check me out playing as a player on the Agents of Damn podcast as Leah the Harangon that is a gardener for sure, just a gardener. Does not ever do any murders ever. And you can also find me as a player in several of the side campaigns happening right now on the Bard Rock Network, including the current Candyvania ongoing mini-series. But yeah, thanks so much for listening. As a reminder, we were using the Wild Magic chart by Dave Panfio with Wild Magic for every class. Lots of fun, lots of chaos, lots of fun twists. If you would like to check out our sponsors, we are sponsored by Many Worlds Tavern, Minva RPG, Fanroll Dice, and I think there might be one more that I'm forgetting. But if you use the code BardRock Cafe at checkout, you get 10% off, and it's awesome. So thanks so much for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
No.